Okay, hey guys, welcome back to another speed build. In the speed build, I'm doing a bit of like a townhouse. It has a bit of like a townhouse apartment-y feel to it. It was starting off, I originally had envisioned it as a mirrored townhouse because, I don't know, I don't see a lot of speed builds or builds in general of townhouses. So I figured like, why not? Let's just go for it. And I wanted to put a family into it that's going to have a whole backstory and yada yada. I'm not going to tell you about that. But I just kind of figured like, why not? Let's go for it because I don't see other people doing it. So here you go. The layout of the house I do end up changing, so it's not going to be like your traditional like block house that I always do, which is always so boring. So don't worry about that. That's going to change a little bit. I kind of play with it in the beginning of the video while I'm just kind of building, I guess. Windows, always such a big hassle for me. I suck at putting windows in houses because I'm very perfectionist when it comes to houses. So like the windows need to be like every other 2 blocks or something like that. But then that never, like, if I have a larger house, which I have a problem with making houses way too big, it's really something that I need to work on. Then it's like you have like 6 windows on a wall, and let's be real, that does not look natural. So I kind of tried to work on that where I only had like 2 windows, I think, on the bottom floor, but then the top floor, I got like really perfectionist with that, and then there ended up being like 3 or 4 windows on the side, and we're just not going to speak about that. In this is going to be part 1, so only one side of the house is going to be done. The left side here, just shout out to me trying to make this really cute and not have the same wallpaper on the outside, but then ending up putting the same wallpaper on the outside anyway. But I'm doing the one side of the house that's, it's supposed to be more of a fancy feel to it, more of like an expensive-y feel. The 2 families are going to be like, one of them is really like expensive-y, almost like, I don't know how to explain it, like elegant. The one side of the house is supposed to be really elegant, and then the other side, which will come later, shout out also to the fact that I made this line without the grid, and it's like perfect, and when I try to do this side, it's not at all. And I have the grid there. But, yeah, the elegant side, and then the other side is going to be more of like a natural, like casual feel to the house. But I started off with the elegant side because that's just kind of what came to my mind first. But, I actually like how this turned out. I felt that it just kind of looks nice. Like, my houses are definitely getting better. I also have a lot of trouble with seeing inside houses because I try to put the walls like half up, half down because that's the easiest way to do things. But then when I have rooms in the center, like this bathroom, if you have the walls half up, half down, the walls don't come up in that room because it's trying to let you see the whole entire house. So I had to make the walls go up and then choose an angle that shoots downward into the room. So I had a lot of trouble like seeing in that room. I also, of course, had to put toilet paper because I have a sim who's a kleptomaniac who steals toilet paper. And I'm also just really picky on having like a little cluttery options in the house, like just give it that like natural feel to the home. But yeah, I tried to keep it more of like an elegant, neutral colored, of course. I tried to decorate the toilet because I feel like people, I don't know, maybe this is just my house, people have stuff on like the back of their toilet, so I wanted something. I liked how that looked, but it turned out that the toilet was going through the plant and that just didn't look right, so I had to raise it up. But yeah, adding a picture because, again, trying to give it that elegant feel. But I think this house, it's turning out really nice. I'll upload part 2 when I'm actually even done with the house. It's still not done yet. But adding soap, I try so hard to add soap in the upstairs bathroom, which you'll see later. And it was such a problem. I don't even remember if I even kept it in here because it took a good 5 minutes at least for me trying to put the soap in, and it was such a mess. But I added little, like I saw before, like you saw before, I changed the layout of the house to have like the door and the windows like kind of more inward in the house, not on the edges. That was mostly because the ceiling, not the ceiling, the roof, that's what it's called. I don't know my words. The roof was just kind of awkward on the side. I don't know if you saw, but it was like sticking out of the house, and I just kind of didn't like how that looked. I'm also changing all the windows and the doors to brown because I feel like I always end up using white doors, and I feel like that's just kind of like blah. Like, I always end up doing it. I really was trying to go for something different with this house. Like, I didn't want to stay in my comfort zone. I tried really hard to change it around and do things that I've never done before because why not? It's a learning experience. But I ended up switching those windows out for this window. I tried adding 4. It just kind of looked like too much to me. But I really did like those other windows, like the full wall windows, but they didn't come in brown, and I didn't want that like awkward whitish brown because I felt like it just didn't look right to me. So I'm also end up changing the cement. I don't know if I do that now. I guess I don't. I start working on the kitchen. But I end up changing the cement because I always do end up using just the traditional cement, and I kind of wanted to go for something different. For the kitchen, I was originally going to put wallpaper around the dining area and then tile around like the kitchen area itself, but it just didn't look right to me, and I wanted to use a different color other than blue because I feel like when I make houses, I use blue way too much. So we went with this brownish color. I really like it, so, you know, whatever. Adding in a sink. I tried a black sink, just, again, trying something different because I always use white sinks, but I don't think it looked right. I don't know, it didn't look natural to me. But, yeah, I have a really big problem, I don't know if I said this in the last video, with adding stuff into rooms and then not being able to see what the colors of those things are because I think I already put the second floor on, or maybe I took it off, I don't remember. But I always have a big problem with trying to see what the colors of things are, so I bring them outside to see them, or I have to add lights or something. It's a really big problem that I need to work on. And then I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep the door to the bathroom and the family room brown or white. I don't remember what I ended up keeping. For this table, I absolutely love, love, love that chair and that table together, but I felt like the chairs didn't look elegant enough, so I think I'm pretty sure I end up changing those also. Yeah, like right here. But I felt like the plant looked really nice. It kind of gave it that like elegant feeling that I was looking for, or maybe not, I don't know. I just thought it looked cute in there. In this house, I don't remember if I do it in the other house. I'm not fully done with the other house yet. But that was me trying to figure out how to get the objects to move up. I was like, why is this not working? And I tried it with the chair and I got it to work. And I was like, oh, is it just because it doesn't work with decorations? I don't know why I thought that. I got it working, that's all that matters. I also tried adding that little cupboard in there, but it didn't come in the color that I like wanted, and the brown that it came with, or that it could be, I felt like just didn't match with the rest of the wood. I don't know. Oh right, plants. So this house has, I've tried to add a lot of like plants into it because the people, they're elegant, but also the daughter is very outdoorsy, so I feel like plants would be helpful in that. Also, I don't remember if I do it in this room or not. I don't think so. I think I tried out in the, okay, yeah, this wallpaper I end up putting in the other house because I feel like it looks too casual, I guess I could say. But yeah, I thought it would be really cute. I don't know if elegant's the right word for it. Maybe that's why I didn't end up putting it in this house. I don't think. But to have like a wood paneling across the wall that a bed would be on, and then having like wallpaper across the other sides. But I just kind of didn't end up doing it. I don't remember why. I don't know if it just didn't look right or what. But I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't end up happening. The furniture in this room, I actually don't think I had that much problem with. I really absolutely love this TV stand. I forgot what it was called. I forget words so easily, it's a problem. I really love this TV stand, but like, it's custom content. I try really hard not to use custom content in my speed builds. Like, I don't know why. I just kind of try really hard not to. Also, I took those out because I felt like the fence looked really awkward with that. But, I don't know, I just try really hard not to, like, personal preference, I guess. But I end up switching it out for one of the pre-made, I guess is the word I could use, pre-made TV stands that I actually think I end up liking more than the one in there because I feel like it looks more... Actually, I don't think I use the TV stand. Yeah, I don't. I use a wall-mounted TV. I liked how that looked, but I felt like the greenish marble just doesn't look great in that room. So I end up using a wall-mounted TV and then just like a cute little desky thing. We're getting to that part, I think. Oh yeah, here's me trying to put in a coffee table and it really not working. That's the thing that I put in. And then I put some like decorations on it that you'll see in a minute. But yeah, so I was just kind of like trying out different decorations, honestly. I wanted to see what looked cute. I really liked the plants, but I felt like it was just kind of like, I guess didn't look natural is what I'm trying to say. So I end up switching them out, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that plant, I absolutely love that plant. Like, I just found it. I don't know if it was this house or another house that I was doing that I didn't record, but I found it, and it's just beautiful. It's just a beautiful plant. Like, I want that plant in real life, but I don't know. Can't always get what we want, I guess. Yeah, I cut out a very large portion of me trying to find the correct rug. I start out with the rug that you see, and then I spend a good 10 real-time minutes, okay, maybe not that long, but like 5 to 10 real-time minutes trying to figure out what kind of rug that I want. So taking that rug out, putting another rug in, because I felt like once I put the rug in, when I took the rug out, it just looked too bland without a rug. So I was like, okay, there needs to be something here because it doesn't look nice without it. But I felt like that rug didn't look elegant enough for the room. But then when I put in those like oriental rugs and stuff like that, it just kind of didn't mesh well with the house, I felt. So I just ended up leaving that rug. It was, yeah, I think you just saw me take it out and then put it back in. I cut the whole entire thing out because I was like, it's going to be way too long if I try and keep that in there. So yeah, me just decorating the foyer and then adding the second level of the house. Also end up putting the roof there. That's what I did before, and I felt like it just kind of looked awkward, and if you tried to make it a block shorter, then that last block wasn't being covered. So then I was like, oh, maybe I'll just cover the house fully then. But then I felt like I just didn't like how it looked. So then I ended up switching that also and using a different type of roof. This is what I'm talking about with like awkwardness with the windows. Like, I don't know, it just doesn't, windows never look right to me. Like I never feel like I'm like, oh yes, I hit this window placement perfectly. Like, it doesn't happen. So I just kind of, I might end up actually adding another 2 windows up there, or I might have left it blank actually. I think I leave it blank because I was just like, you know what, like, I'm just gonna leave it, just let it be, like, whatever. So, oh yeah, I don't know if I added windows there or not, actually. I did this house like so long ago, like, but I wanted to make the like hallway really narrow because again, it's supposed to be an apartment-y townhouse feel to it. I guess more of a townhouse than an apartment. But maybe I'll do an apartment next time actually, or not next time, but like later. But like, so I wanted to make sure that the hallway was really narrow and that the rooms were kind of like squished together on the top, kind of. I don't know, just kind of how I envisioned it. How this is going to be set up is that on the left side is going to be the parents' room, on the right side is going to be the daughter's room, and then the middle is going to be the bathroom. And I was going to do like a master bathroom and then just kind of a general bathroom, but then I was like, you know what, like, it's a townhousey apartment. I guess in this case I kind of took more of the apartment over the townhouse because I know people that have townhouses that have more than 2 bathrooms, but I kind of wanted it to be like that very, not cluttered feel, but you know what I mean. So I ended up just giving them 1 bathroom on the top and all of them sharing it. Yeah, I had trouble with that desk because I wanted that desk to be up there because I wanted them to have a computer, but I couldn't figure, like, putting the computer in that, like, foyer living room area. Like, I just couldn't do it. It just didn't feel right to me. So I was like, I'll put it in the upstairs hallway. But then I guess I took it a little too real, and I was like, if I put it in front of the staircase, like, I could totally imagine them falling down the stairs. So I just kind of put it off to the side where I wouldn't have to worry about that, even though it actually can't happen. But sometimes I just, whatever. Anyway, I actually really like how this bathroom turns out. Like, I really wanted to keep that caddy there. I made a house a long time ago that I am still in love with, and I gave them a corner, that like corner bathtub jacuzzi, you know what I'm trying to say, in the corner, and then I added a little bathroom caddy above it, and ever since then I've always wanted to add the bathroom caddies to the showers because, like, you know, by the way, these towels end up getting taken out, so I don't know why I spent so much time trying to even put them in, but I've always wanted to put those caddies in the showers. But the problem with that is that when you, I don't know if it's when you keep the walls up or when you keep the walls down, because it's placed on the wall, you don't end up seeing it, and like, what's the point of that? So that never ends up being a thing. Also, I like the placement of the door better in the middle than I do on the side. I feel like because it's not a master bathroom, there's no point to having two sinks because, oh, by the way, that's me trying to figure out the soap and in the end taking it out. I sped it up. I tried to speed it up at least more than what this video is. This is sped up more than already the video is sped up because it just took way too long for me. But, yeah, if it wasn't a words are hard. If it wasn't a master bathroom, I feel like it was pointless to have two sinks because there's only ever going to be one person in that bathroom. So what's the point of having two sinks? There is none. Here's where I ran into the problem with this bedroom and having the placement of the bathroom be right smack in the center. I mean, now because we have half squares, there is enough room for the Sims to get past the bed and next and to like the dresser and everything like that. But I felt like it looked a little bit too squished. And I don't know, I'm not a fan of it completely. So I don't know, like whatever. But I actually really like how this house this room in general ends up turning out, but I don't know, words are so hard. I end up changing it because, I don't know, I just feel like it didn't have that elegant look that I was going for. Like, I don't know, that picture above the bed, I really wish that it stayed like that, but it didn't do it for me. And I had really a huge problem with trying to put curtains in this bedroom. Like, I do not understand why. It's really not that hard to put curtains in here, but I had such a problem with it. And like, you even see me, like, this is me zooming in on the windows, on the curtains, and looking at the patterns, because there are like dinosaurs on these patterns, and I can't have dinosaur curtains in the parents' room because that just does not make sense. But the orange, okay, the orange didn't mesh well with the room, but I'm using this as an example. The orange, let's say it did mesh well. There's dinosaurs on it. I can't use that. So a little too detail-oriented, but whatever. For this, I'm moving all the furniture out because the castle, of course, doesn't fit over there with all that furniture in the way, so I actually really like how the daughter's room ended up being. I'm trying, like, the daughter's supposed to be a bit more of, like, a girlish, like, I don't know, when I made her, I felt like she would just really love the color pink. I don't know why, it's just kind of how it ended up being, and, like, stuffed animals and stuff like that. But she's also really outdoorsy. And when I envisioned making the daughter's room, it was actually nothing like this. It was, like, gonna be more camping-ish. Like, I wanted to give her a tent instead of a bed, but I don't have the camp out pack or whatever it is, so I couldn't do that. I don't even know if that's a thing in there, so I wish it was, if it wasn't. But sadly, I just kind of went with the all pink idea instead. Also, the roof, I don't know if it's in this video or if it's going to be in the next video. With the roof, I had the idea of having a bit of like a V shape, so slanted on both sides toward the inner part, but I'm pretty sure it's in the next video. You're gonna see that. Sadly does not work out and makes me really sad. Okay, so this is me working on the other house now. I really like their family room. I feel like their family room turned out really nice. This family is supposed to be a bit more on like the not as wealthy side. So I try to give them nice things, but also a bit more of like a, not bland, I guess is the word I'm looking for, but a bit more of less material, I guess. I don't decorate it as much, but I honestly fall in love with how it looks because I feel like it just looks really homey and cozy, and I don't know, my throat is getting dry from talking too much. I just really like how this looks. Also, custom content couch. I really just could not help myself with this one. I felt like it just worked so well. In a way, I was almost like, I don't know, I just couldn't let that, I just had to. Also, like, low-key stealing the idea from the other house with having the plant on the table. And the reason I do that and try and, see, I couldn't block the window over here as much on the left side, but I tried blocking it because on the outside it's brown, on the inside it's white, but all the other windows on the inside are also brown, and I feel like it just looks kind of awkward. I mean, in the moment, I felt like it looked really awkward. Looking back on it, it doesn't really look that awkward. I don't give them a computer, again, because they're supposed to be more of a not as wealthy family, so I try and leave their house a bit more bland. I don't know why I just automatically jumped to trying to do their bathroom upstairs. I thought I did the kitchen first, but whatever. I really enjoy, I have this like really weird obsession with doing bathrooms in The Sims. Like, I don't know what it is, but I just really enjoy decorating them. Like, they're just really enjoyable to do. So here it is, I guess. I kind of wanted the placement to be a little different than what I always have the placement as. I was going to put the hamper in there. I think I actually leave the hamper in there. I feel like it would be really fitting to have it across from the shower because, like, you know, as you're undressing, put your stuff in the hamper and then boom. So, and they can just have, like, one hamper for the whole entire household. Because, I'm sorry. Because why not? So I really tried to make it different in the sense that I also put the cabinet, the, like, I don't know what to call it, not a medicine chest cabinet thing, just whatever, I guess it is a medicine cabinet. I put that in the center because I generally put it off to the side in a corner because I feel like it just fits really well as a corner object. I also put a painting there because I want it, the easel, not the painting, the easel, because I want it to be a bit more of a creative household. I feel like the kid is going to be more, the parents are going to be pushing her more into arts and, like, you know, create your own style, like, be very, I'm so sorry, just, you know, we're just gonna pretend like you know what I mean if you don't. But yeah, I feel like the medicine chest cabinet thing just worked really well as a center-ish middle object piece there. I never use these stickers ever, so I decided why not. This daughter's bedroom, she's gonna be more of like a, I don't want to say more of a tomboy, but just really into reading. This is what I'm talking about, where I try to use that wallpaper on the one side, but it doesn't end up looking right. Oh, you know what? I take that back. I think I might actually end up using it. I don't know why. I guess it, like, gave it more of that, like, cozy feel to me at the time, but looking back on it, I feel like it might look a bit more elegant. Maybe not elegant. I don't know. For their wardrobe, I don't know if that's a wardrobe. That's a dresser, I guess, actually. For the dresser, I used the one that's a bit roughed up, I guess is the word that I'm going to say. Like, its paint is chipping and stuff like that, because it looked really worn out, and I feel like it just kind of fit the household. Oh, I guess I already did the kitchen and totally skipped that. Okay, well, I really like their kitchen. I'm going to have to go back and see if I can find that, or I don't know. I guess that's just kind of lost. But I really like their kitchen. I'll add pictures to it at the end of when the house is completely done. I'm very sorry. But yeah, this is coming to the end of this video, so I hope you enjoyed, and I'll put up part 2 relatively soon. Thanks for watching.